This is Tom Dillon, the Lifetime Liberal. Today is Saturday, March 7th, 2026. And for some strange reason, I just remembered that at least back when I was much younger, the patron saint who I was named after, St. Thomas Aquinas, I believe his day on the Catholic calendar was today. Catholic guilt still abounds with me. But the title of this rant is Unconditional Surrender Does Not Mean What It Used to Mean. As we have incompetence is unending. So Trump sycophants are running the government. Let's just say they're third, fourth, and fifth stringers. As I like to say in a basketball team, you have your first strings 1 to 5, second string 6 to 10, and then third string 11 to 15. The starting team, so much better than those are from 6 to 10. And the 6 to 10 are so much better than those that are at the 11 to 15. And what we have here in the Trump administration is really, really sick people who want war, who are really fourth, fifth, and sixth stringers. And they are incompetent, but they want war. Now, every administration has all kinds of war games. They're planning for war. They're making all kinds of decisions, in the lower level. What would happen if this happens? What would happen if that happens? So that if we get into a war, they know they have options to go on there. This president doesn't have anything about that. We would not even be in this war, really, technically, if the president of Israel, who is a warmonger, had not convinced our president, who is easily dissuaded and thinks things are his own ideas, persuadable, let's just say, that this is what Netanyahu wants. Now remember, so we're in this war. We're bombing the crap out of Iran. Iran's sending all kinds of stuff that we don't have a way to defend with sometimes, and that many places in the Middle East have been hit. Some U.S. and some with some of our allies in the Mideast. But where was the planning for all this? That we knew that we should have known that all this was going to happen. So, but the one thing is that it appears as if that they're saying, hey, regime change is going to happen in Iran. And guess what? Air bombing has never in the history of the world gotten to a regime change. Never. What usually happens is nationalism abounds and the regime hardens quite a bit. So right now, we know that we are running low, and we knew this even before the war started, that we were going to be low after all the bombing that we've done. That hasn't brought Iran to its knees as of yet. That we're going to be low on our interceptor and Tomahawk missiles and a number of other things. And Trump had went on with his big rant about how we had unlimited supply of all this stuff. Well, we don't have an unlimited supply, and we have very, very tight supply chains, which can't be modified that quickly. Whether or not another company, any company, breaks ground for a new manufacturing plant, which would take years, the supply chain can take a long time. So this stuff takes a lot of time. We are running out of ammunition in it. And this shortage definitely affects how we could possibly even retaliate. We have not been able to defend U.S. bases. We have not been able to defend our allies. I think an Amazon place was hit somewhere in the Middle East. How can we defend the Straits of Hormuz, which we say we can, when some of the ships that might be used to defend them don't have enough weapons to stop some of the drones who might be coming from Iran? This all was known ahead of time, and they still went in on it because Bibi Netanyahu's wet dream for 40 years was to bomb the crap out of Iran and have regime change in there. So this unconditional surrender, which Trump says it means what he says it means, but in other terms, we think of unconditional surrender as, hey, there are going to be boots on the ground, and that is going to create another not a can of worms, but truckloads upon truckloads upon truckloads of problems that are going to happen if we even remotely do something like that. So just declaring victory is not going to have regime change, and it's not going to unharden the regime that's already in there. Boots on the ground creates a whole new set of problems that they have not prepared for in any way, shape, or form. And let's just say now, even though it's only 7 days in, and Trump says, oh, gas prices are going down real soon, let's just say this. The damage is irreversible in the short term. Long term, again, there can be incredible amount of unanticipated consequences of all of this. One of the things we know right now, which is really, really strange, is because we've been using these big missiles and interceptors to go after drones, we're now trying to talk to Ukraine about how we can get some of their drones to intercept Iran's drones. Just crazy how things went. But again, unintended consequences of having fourth, fifth, and sixth string players in there who are warmongers just like this president. Remember, this president is a 10th stringer, so to speak. It's irreversible. And I say unto my sisters and brothers who are on the conservative side, let's pray for this thing. The damage is irreversible. I know you did not want this when you voted for this guy. I know what you wanted to vote for. You wanted for lower prices on commodities. You wanted to have unending wars somewhere else in the United States. You wanted to shore up things. You wanted infrastructure. You wanted jobs. You wanted jobs in manufacturing, which has gone down. We saw the jobs number last month. It was also brought down from the 2 previous months. Our job increase for the last year has been incredibly stagnant. This guy has taken us down. I know you didn't vote for that. You have to stand with us. And again, this vote in the upcoming election, in terms of voting, has to be unendingly for blue. At the same time, please call your congressperson, call your senator, and protest as much as you can, because he is taking us down, and we have to fight this every step of the way.